Hello everyone, in this video I will go over my solution to the problem named Hemo shopping taken from today's Codeforces round. This problem is an excellent problem on invariance and sorting algorithms. So in this problem we are basically given an array of n integers and we need to sort the array in increasing order, and to do that we can perform any number of operations of the form choose two indices I comma j such that the distance between I and j is greater than or equal to x, and swap these two indices in the array A, and we need to print yes whether it's possible to sort the array by performing these operations, and no if it's not. So for example, in the first example, if x is 3, then we need to choose two indices which have a distance greater than or equal to 3, and because there are only 3 elements in the array we can't perform any swap operations, so the answer is no. In the second example the array is already sorted, so the answer is obviously yes, and even in the last example the array is already sorted. And in the third example, we can sort the array by performing these operations. And basically, we are ensuring that at each time, each swap operation ensures that the distances between the two indices which we swap is greater than or equal to 2 because x is 2. Now, the key idea is that we need to transform the array A to its sorted array. So let's call the sorted array desired because we want to ensure that A of I is equal to desired of I for all I going from 1 to n. Now to ensure that A of I is equal to desired of I for all I going from 1 to n, we need to check that if it's already equal, so if A of I is already equal to desired of I, then we are done and no swap operations are required to make that index I equal to its required value. However, if the index is not already the desired value, then we need to analyze the swap operations to perform. So now let's try to look at the condition on x, and let's basically try to number the indices from 1 to n. So the key idea for the swap operations lies in this diagram. So basically what I've drawn is the indices from 1 to n, and the indices from 1 to n I've broken them into 3 segments. So the first segment contains indices from 1 to n minus x. The second segment contains indices from n minus x plus 1 to x, and the third segment contains indices from x plus 1 to n. The reason why I did this is because notice that the element 1 can be swapped only with elements x plus 1, x plus 2 and all the way up till n. Similarly, the number 2 or the index 2 can only be swapped with x plus 2, x plus 3 all the way up till n, and the last index in the first segment, which is n minus x, can only be swapped with element n. So that's why I broke them into the first and the third segment. And similarly, you can verify that in the third segment, we can only swap the elements to the first segment. And basically, x plus 1 can only go to x plus 2 can only go to 2 or 1, and all the way up till n can only go to n minus x minus 1, all the way up to 1. So basically, we can only swap the first segment and the third segment, and the second segment remains invariant, or basically the values in the second segment remain the same, but the values in the first segment and the third segment can change in any order. So this means that we can swap the elements in the first and the third segment in any order and rearrange them in any way we want, but the second segment remains invariant, so we just need to check whether A of I is equal to desired of I for this segment. So that's going to be our final answer. So we are going to basically loop for all I going from n minus x plus 1 to x, and if A of I is equal, if A of I is not desired of I, then we print no, otherwise we print yes in the end. So the reason why this works is because of what I just mentioned. The first and the third segments can be transformed in any order and the second segment remains invariant. So in the code, for each test case, I taken the value of n and x, I taken the array A, I sort the array using the desired vector. Then for each I going from n minus x plus 1 to x, if A of I is not desired of I, we set the flag to be false, and if the flag is true, we print yes, otherwise we print no. And I'll just submit this code to see that it gets accepted. So as you could see, my code got accepted. I hope you like this problem and my solution. If you had any doubts, do leave them in the comments down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up.